Hello, hello, and welcome back to another car conversation. Or if you're just listening in on my podcast, Make America Think Again with Shaunavonn. Welcome to a new episode. So welcome everyone who can hear my voice no matter where you are. I just wanted to, I have a theory. I have another theory. I always have a theory. I have a theory about Republicans at this point. At this point, I believe there are four different groups of Republicans. And correct me if I'm wrong. Drop your comments in the comments if you so choose. But I believe there are four different groups at this point, this close to the election. There are four different groups, and there are two groups. There are two groups that we can still work with. And I'm talking about, moving to the other side. So the first group are, wealthy folks. There are some wealthy people who were Republican, will always be Republican, own corporations. They're more concerned about their taxes and themselves than anybody else, and they're not going to be moved. Then we have the second group. The second group are the racist, the misogynistic, xenophobic, homophobic, all the icks, all the phobics, all the phobias. You're afraid of everything, you're mad at everything, you're mad at everyone, and you're supposed to be at the top. If that's you, then you know who I'm talking to. Xenophobic, all of that. That's the second group. 45 is you. That's why you're still with 45. Then the third group, I believe, you're kind of in fear. And I believe we can work with you. So you're the person who is in fear of friends, family, spouse, maybe even parents, relatives. Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming up again already. Can you believe? And people are thinking about, how am I going to be treated? How am I going to be received? How am I going to, I can't let these people know that I really don't want to vote for this dude. So you're still going to the rallies. You're still wearing the red hat. You're still doing all the things, just so you can continue to stay in your groups, in your bubble, and fit in. But you're really not feeling it, in here and in here. You're really not feeling it. Your gut is telling you to do something else. And then my last group is those Republicans that are just digging in. You're just digging in because you refuse to be proven wrong. Like you refuse to admit that you were wrong and are still wrong for following and voting for this person. You're in too deep. You spent way too much money. You have figured out now that he's conning you, but you just cannot admit that you were wrong, And so you're just going to dig yourself in. So here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say to these two groups. The two groups, the one group that's in fear of being ostracized from your bubble, from your people, and the last group that is so afraid that if they admit, like you're the person that's in the argument that just, you got to have the last word, and you just cannot admit that you were wrong. Here's what I want to say to you, because we can work with you. We can work with these two groups. Vote for Kamala anyway. You don't have to tell people any fucking thing. When you go in that booth, when you go in the little partition area, vote for who you want to vote for. Vote for Kamala Harris. Just do it anyway. And then sit at the Thanksgiving table, go to the Christmas dinner, the caroling, the little children's performances, do all the family things, but vote for Kamala, because that's what you should be doing. You see, like the rest of us see, this individual is off his rocker. You see this, you watch that a town hall that's supposed to be about asking questions. That's what town halls are for. And he turned it into a listening party because he just wanted to stand up there and sway back and forth and do the little whatever this is. I don't know what that is. Do that thing. And I believe he didn't want to answer the questions. That's number one. So this was a diversion, deflect from the questions. And then also he just want to be, he just want to stand there and be adored by his fans. That's it. He just wanted his fans to just stand there and stare up at him and follow his little movements and his little sways and listen to his weird playlist. Like that's what he wanted. And that's some weird shit. None of it made sense, not for a town hall. And then you got him back to he does the Univision, I think it was a Univision town hall. He was there, the people knew he was lying. You could read their body language all day long. He went on Fox and Friends, started talking about, it sounded like he was trying to say the Civil War was never over. That one side didn't win. And then also a moment of clarity when he literally quoted what Project 2025 has in store for the Department of Education. So this dude is unstable. He's all over the place. He's not making sense anymore. And you know in your heart of hearts and in your mind, like it makes no sense to vote for this person. Then I say, vote for Kamala. Vote for Kamala. Vote for her. Don't tell your family shit. Don't tell your husband shit. Don't tell your wife shit. Don't tell your kids shit. Don't tell your coworkers anything. You don't owe anything to your parents anymore, your siblings. Fuck what they think. Do it. Vote for her. Show up at the dinner. I don't really condone lying, but just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Yeah, I went in there and did my thing. And not you're not really answering anything. Like take a page from 45's book. You've been watching him long enough. Do what he does when he wants to deflect in this moment. That's my best advice to you, because I know you exist. I know you exist, Republican. I know you smart, intelligent Republican. You exist out there, and you see the water circling the drain. You see what's happening. You know better. The wealthy people are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to protect their money. They're going to protect themselves and their money. They don't care. They don't care about the rest of us. They don't care. Racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, homophobic, all those people that are 45, they're going to stick with their guy because he's a mirror of them. He's saying all the things that they want to say, but they're too cowardly to say and do. And he's also giving them like this permission to be their worst selves, and permission to do what they've been wanting to do and say for years. But the rest of you, you don't have to admit you were wrong. You don't have to say that. I'm not asking you to say that. You don't have to tell the people around you what you've done. But I encourage you to do the right thing. I'm just going to encourage you to do the right thing and just vote for Kamala. Don't say shit about it. Don't tell nobody, but vote for her. You'll feel better. You'll feel better in the long run. We welcome you. We welcome you. Come back. Come back. You know it's the right thing, so do the right thing.